Hey, what's up everybody? It's Richy here. It is the middle of the night and gloomy, both in real life and in my Minecraft world. But we're back. We're going, obviously, to record another Richy's World. And today, we have a problem to solve. Now this right here is, one sec, let's fly up again because I sort of messed that up. This right here is my old mob farm that I built quite a bit ago. And anyone who's been looking at this series recently will know that oh my gosh. You know what? We're just going to jump up there and break a little of the track. We'll know that it is really broken in many ways. While this system here looks cool, it's just a mess. I'm having glitches with these minecarts. They keep stopping, and some of them are disappearing. Some of them are duplicating. And up here, all of the redstone that powers this farm is broken. And the reason for this, I'm pretty sure, is because I accidentally built it on a chunk boundary. Which, if you don't know, chunks are just little systems in Minecraft that make up the world. Basically, 16 by 16 blocks is a chunk, and that's not important unless you want to do technical things. It's mostly about how the world is loaded and rendered. Lots of nice stuff like that. Okay, you're working. And yeah, it's, today we're gonna try to fix all of this stuff right here, and I do not have any ender pearls. I'm just, like, cannot get up anywhere. But what I think I'm gonna do first is rearrange this system down here. Now, the problem has been with this system that basically these minecarts are still moving when the world is unloaded, which means really bad things tend to happen and all sorts of glitches just take place. So I'm thinking we'll have a system that turns these rails on and off. So when we leave, we can turn it off, and all the minecarts will sit still, so that hypothetically nothing will go wrong. Probably, possibly, potentially, maybe. And actually, it seems like it's going to be really easy to do that. We're going to have to take out these redstone blocks right here like this. And then all we're going to have to do is run some wire right Oops. Oops, I powered it. Run some wire right here. And as my clever demonstration, which I meant to do, of course shows, that will turn all of the redstone on and off. And make this whole thing hopefully work. And then we're going to have a circuit up there that activates this. I'm not sure how we do that. Actually, here's what I'm thinking. We're going to have a dropper up there that's going to bring an item all the way down, that's going to land here and trigger some sort of a fancy mechanism that will basically act as a bud switch. Not a bud switch, a T flip-flop. If we hit it once, it will turn on, and if we hit it again, it will turn off. It is pretty late at night. I don't know how my voice is doing. I'm not sure how this episode's playing out, but we're gonna mine all of this area out, add some slabs where they're supposed to go right here, plop down all of the redstone that we need, and actually, I think we messed that up. Because while this gets most of the minecarts, there are still ones over here. I, for some reason, decided to make this system with half the width. But that can easily, well, potentially easily, it'll probably get messed up, be fixed. I hope it doesn't impact our collection rate at all. But I am just going to sit down and saw all of these blocks out. And, oh no. Oh, there are minecarts there. I remember intentionally setting it up this way. You know what? I am going to just sort of hope I don't break anything. I mean, we could take out all of these hoppers. But I'm not sure that we would still have the correct rate of flow to keep pumping the items out at the speed we need, because this is producing a lot of items. And okay, we'll take out one row. And then hope for the best, I guess. I meant to do that. You know, there really is not a good reason to take out all of those hoppers now that I think about it. Because, like, okay, less hoppers does reduce lag. But, like, at this point, what's, I mean, I guess taking out, how many hoppers is this? 10? I guess it might do something. But I really don't think so. Oh no! And now all we really need to do is place the last of the minecarts that were missing or broken into place. You know, there's something really cool about the symmetrical part of this. I kind of wish we could have a clear top over it so we could just watch the minecarts go back and forth. But we actually do need to put magma blocks on top of it, because that's sort of the way the farm works. They almost die by falling, and then if they don't, they get ground down. But let's flip the switch and just watch this thing go. Oh, that's so cool. So to finish this area off, we're just going to coat the entire thing with magma blocks, like it was before. But of course, I tore them out to try to figure out what was wrong with this thing and how to fix it, which hopefully, fingers crossed, because I do not want to rip this thing apart again. I did, and it's all good, and we won't have to worry about it. I have to say, magma blocks are like the weirdest block in Minecraft. They do damage. They do the weird thing where they retain the light level of blocks near them, and no matter what their light level is, they always look super bright, which, like, if you looked at this, you'd think, oh, this is really bright. But if you look at these blocks, if you drop a block down, you can see, no, it's actually, like, unbelievably dark. It just doesn't change how bright the block looks, no matter what. Now, I'm not sure how this is going to look with everything else, but because it really does look so cool to see these minecarts just moving in and out, I'm going to put some glass on this side because we can't really mirror the redstone blocks. It would mess up all of our redstone, obviously. And also I'm going to put glass in the middle. If it interferes with our farm, I'll change it, but I mean, I don't think it really could that much. If you fall from all the way up there, you'd have to have a good run to get into the middle. Though I can see, like, a skeleton with feather falling being like, I'm gonna run in there, and then being a little bit of a problem. But how many of them are gonna fall and not die, really? Like, one or two? Maybe? I'm gonna set it up and I'm gonna test it out, and as soon as I go down, there are gonna be like 1,000 mobs crouched right here, just looking at me and laughing. Speaking of setup, I think this area is basically done. We're still gonna have to link it up to up there, but if we turn it on, the carts go out, and if we turn it off, hopefully, the carts will all stop. So now it's time for the big, scary redstone that, unfortunately, for the beautiful creator of this circuit, we are just going to mutilate. We are just going to butcher this redstone, and the farm isn't going to work technically right, but it's going to work. Ish. Kinda. A little. I hope. Oh gosh. So basically we're going to take this beautiful system and destroy it and throw a good old etho hopper clock on it. For those of you not familiar with this beautiful design, it is the most basic timing system you could probably set up in Minecraft. And basically all an etho hopper clock is two hoppers running into each other with comparators out on both ends into two sticky pistons into a block of redstone. Now, I know when I started redstone, I knew it worked, but I had absolutely no idea how. So we're just going to run through this thing really quick. Basically, I throw a stack of items in here, and this activates this, which makes this piston extend. Now, since this piston is already extended, this cannot push this block right here. And also, since there's a redstone here, this hopper is locked, meaning items can only flow in. But when there are 0 items here, this piston retracts, this piston extends, and then it goes around again and again and again, creating a semi-reliable pulse. However, since it only activates the first time, I am just going to take out half of these items. I'm not sure how often we should be having pulses. I feel like it should be more. You know what? I'm going to go and watch and see how this is working, and then decide what we should do from there. Okay, it is nighttime. It is snowing. I have been working on this for a little too long. I don't think it was that bad. And I'm proud to announce that this system is now hypothetically working. Does it work in reality? Does it produce a good amount of items? I don't know. I have absolutely no clue, but it seems to be doing the job. It looks cool. And if we go all the way up to the top, which I'm going to do in a second, we should get plenty of mobs raining down, providing us with plenty of drops. Speaking of drops, but there's really no other way to see how this system works than to just wait here and see. And then after a few seconds, once we let all the mobs down there unload, we're just going to take a quick fly down, and we're going to see if this thing is... Oh, yeah, we are in full tilt. You can see all these mobs falling down, all of their drops, getting... Oh, my... Hey. Yeah, I would reckon that we need a center platform. But this thing is working once again. So you know what? I'm going to AFK up here for a little bit, fill up all our stocks, and then we're going to come back, and we're going to work on that brand new... Come on, I know the English language. On that brand new wiring system to make sure that we don't get glitches again. Alright, guys. It's been quite a long time. We've done a lot of AFKing and actually a lot of redstone work. And we are back. I think this will be the last cut of the episode. I hope so. Anyway. And I've basically finished all of the redstone this farm is going to need. I did originally record it, but I went back and it turns out that that makes the video go from a 15-minute video to basically a 30-minute video. I don't know what your opinion is on that. I don't know what your opinion is on video length. And, you know, tell me your preferred length of video down in the comments. But I thought it made it too long, so I cut that out, and I'm re-recording this little bit to show you around. But first, I have to show you guys what we've collected in our AFK section, which is a ton of gunpowder, a ton of bones. We already had most of these arrows, a ton of string, and just in general, a ridiculous amount of resources, which is really, really good because it means our farm is working perfectly. I tried to fly without an elytra on. That's probably, like, not a good idea. But, speaking of flying, let's fly over to our area right here, and I'll show you all of this amazing brand new redstone that basically switches our whole circuit on and off. Now basically what's going to happen if we press this button is an item's going to drop down and land in that hopper, which is going to activate our, oh my gosh, I can't think, our etho hopper clock right there. And it's also going to send a pulse to activate an item right there, essentially to drop an item down, which is going to turn on all of the minecarts, which you'll be able to see if we go down here. All these minecarts are running, all of the mobs are falling, and it's working really, really great. Now, I guess we'll start with down here because we're already right here. Basically, what's happening is this item is getting picked up by these hoppers. I'm going to turn my brightness up really quick because you probably can't see any of that. So we have these hoppers. They collect the item that falls down from there. And then basically that item collects in a little dropper right here. We get a comparator signal out of the dropper, which triggers a monostable circuit, which sends a 1 tick, basically a really fast pulse out of here. And one of these pulses hits this piston right here. And because the pulse is so fast, it actually, even though it's a sticky piston, pushes the block out and retracts before it can pull it back in. So if we hit it once, the block will be out here, and if we hit it again, the block will come back into here. I guess I didn't pick any of these minecarts up. I have to do that sometime. And the other part of our circuit just is a piece of redstone that wraps around here and knocks whatever object we have out of this. It's not a comparator. It's a dropper. Knocks this out of the dropper right there. So if we put an item down here, you'll see that this gets pulled back, it gets shot out of the dropper, and the minecarts stop. If we put another item in here, you'll see that it gets shot out of the dropper, this block goes out, and the minecarts start again. And then the rest of the redstone up here is pretty simple. Basically, we have a circuit that's just about the same thing right here to turn this on and off. And basically, we're turning on and off this circuit by powering this hopper, because if we lock the hopper by putting power on it, no items can move, and the whole thing stops running. We also have this light right here, so we can tell if it's on from up there. And the excess power from this signal gets filtered over to here into a little circuit that basically makes sure a pulse comes out whether it's on or off. So if this circuit's on, it'll turn off. No, if this circuit's on, it will turn on because it goes through right here. And if this circuit is off, it'll turn off, but first it's going to give a really quick redstone pulse, which means no matter whether this is on or off, it will drop an item, which is of course important because we need to drop an item when it turns off and drop an item when it turns on. And that is our system pretty much done. I think it's a really, really cool one. You can see if we drop an item down here, the whole system will turn off and stop, and it should also stop the minecarts down below. Yep, you can see the redstone's off. They're all flowing back. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is our really, really awesome system complete. But unfortunately, guys, that's going to be it for me today. So if you like this video, please make sure to hit that like button as I almost crash into a castle. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I do lots of fun stuff for my subscribers, including placing 1,000 beds. That was a fun project. Like, we really did place 1,000 beds. It's so cool to look at. But anyway, before I start blathering, thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you like this stuff. If you have any feedback, please leave it in the comments. And until the next time, this has been Richy. Ow! Oh, no. And before I die, I will say, I'm out. I'll see ya in the next episode.